Bowl, NFC Championship game. If you treat it the same, it's just ball, man. It's 60 minutes, potentially plus, of flying around with your brothers and having a great time and playing the greatest game in the world. The standard is always the standard. The media doesn't determine the standard. The opponents don't determine our standard. The standard is the standard, and we compete every day.
It's week number 5 of this NFL season and time for Cowboys Huddle inside the Globe Life Studios here at the Star in Frisco. Bill Jones along with Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer as we get you ready for game number 5 at the Meadowlands MetLife Stadium, a noon kickoff Dallas time against the New York Jets. And Coach, how about a 60-minute game this week?
I know our players would like that, but most importantly, Bill, is we come away with a win. That's what we're all about. But we've given our fans a lot of football, 20 extra minutes, 10 against the Giants and 10 against Green Bay at AT&T.
You know, it's kind of the way it is, though, in this league. I mean, even you look at the Jets, and 3 of their first 4 games have been decided by 1 score, 3 losses by a total of 10 points. What do you expect when you see Aaron Glenn's team across the way from you?
Physical, very physical team. They're going to be coached the right way. They're going to play the game the right way. They're going to be extremely physical and again, there's a mindset that he's developing in that team, and there's a culture that he's bringing to that team from his time in Detroit, but also as a player. You see the characteristics of him as a former player that are showing up. But good football team. Don't be fooled by the record.
Well, and you look at their defense, and up front kind of starts with that Quinnen Williams. Aaron Whitecotton, your defensive line coach, very familiar with him. But they've got players throughout that defense.
Yeah, he's special. You know, we played him a couple years here in Dallas, and he's still playing at an extremely high level, and a guy that we have to do a great job of, you know, taking the center to and getting help for him. They're moving around a lot. Very, very disruptive in the middle. But they're also very, very fast. Sauce Gardner's a heck of a corner. We expect him to match on GP. And, yeah, very talented team.
All right. Your offense, number 1 in the league in total offense, passing offense. What's it like calling plays for Dak Prescott?
A lot of fun when you're playing the way we are right now. You know, Dak's playing with a ton of confidence, and not surprisingly, he's a great player. He's a veteran. He's got weapons around him. But what I love about him is, you know, the ball's going where it's supposed to go. He's not forcing the ball to a George Pickens, a CeeDee Lamb, or anything like that. He's throwing the ball where the progression takes him. It's been great to see guys like Ryan Flournoy step up. Jalen Tolbert, a couple huge catches last week for us. You know, I would say that, you know, we're throwing it more than we want to, and some of that's a little bit of a circumstance of the scores of the games we've been in, and extra overtime, extra bonus football, if you will. Again, so proud of just the execution right now in the passing game, and it starts up front with the protection.
And you're able to run the ball, too. Javonte Williams averaging 5 yards a carry. I think you're 4th in the league in yards per attempt rushing the football. You know what the V in Javonte stands for?
I do not.
Valedictorian.
Well, he's very smart.
And that's one of the things that's impressed you about him, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing that we've thrown at him that he has not been able to handle. His incredible feedback on game day is amazing, but it makes sense.
And he was a valedictorian in high school growing up in North Carolina. We're just getting started here on Cowboys Huddle. Up next, Will McClay takes us to the film room.
Cowboys Huddle with Brian Schottenheimer, powered by Reliant, is brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, what would you like the power to do? And by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
He's the, you know, obviously it's hard when you move from place to place, you know, and you're learning different systems. I think that's always difficult, but he's doing a good job with, you know, getting the ball out on the quick game. I think he's doing a good job with that. You know, he's done a really good job of learning that new offense. You know, that's a whole new thing for him, and you know, he's doing the best he can.
Cowboys Huddle continues now. Bill Jones with Will McClay. We got the telestrator out, and we are going to look at these New York Jets. And how about we start on the offensive side of the football? How about with the quarterback, Justin Fields?
Yeah, okay, new quarterback in the system. They're going to try and do a bunch of different things, but the thing you got to worry about is his legs. It's part of the running game, and we'll look at it here. This is a pass play. They're going to run a little bit of boot action. All right, and he doesn't see anybody, he gets a little pressure, and then you get to see his athleticism here. They don't contain the edge. We have to contain all of our rush lanes, and then we have to rally and tackle him. There's a quarterback going 21 miles per hour and scoring a touchdown on a pass play with his feet.
All right, so there's Justin Fields running the ball. How about Breece Hall?
Breece Hall, all right, part of the deal with their offense is with a mobile quarterback, defense has to account for the quarterback, but you've also got a great running back here. So you'll see it here. They're going to run kind of a zone read. There'll be two guys defensively that are held and can't go backside because of the quarterback, and then the back with his size and speed, seeing how many people it takes to get him down.
Former second-round draft pick out of Iowa State, and you got a first-round draft pick out of Ohio State at wide receiver in Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, when all else fails, you throw it up to number 5. It's a great player. It's a great look at him right here. Because they run the ball so well, you're going to see a lot of single high safeties, man-to-man coverage, and then they got a guy that can win here. You'll see him run this route. He'll run inside, and then he'll make a double move, but then he gives the quarterback enough room to throw the ball, and then he goes and gets it at his highest point.
All right, for Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes' defense, there's a problem in the middle. He wears number 95, Quinnen Williams, former first-round pick out of Alabama.
You know, these guys are really fun to watch, not fun to play against. But here's a guy who can control the whole defensive line. You look at him here, you look at his physical stature right there. He's able to take the blocker and then the awareness to punch the ball out and create a big play for their defense.
Okay, so he does that there, but here against Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield penetrating into the back.
Yeah, okay, people want to run the zone scheme against them. You want to try and get everybody going, but penetration kills this, and this is the king penetrator right here, and you will see it. Gets off on the snap. When you push the lineman down in the back, and the back has to stop his feet, that's a great play.
And Bucky Irving had nowhere to run. All right, how about on the edge? Another guy out of Iowa State, first-round pick, Will McDonald.
Yeah, Will McDonald. Now, we can talk about the secondary, sauce, all that, but what makes it better is the pass rush. They've got a bunch of former number ones. We'll look at Will here. He's going to stunt, and we talk about his ability to get upfield quickly and get after the quarterback. You'll see it here. Just at the snap, he beats him across his face, fights pressure, gets the quarterback in 2.6 seconds.
All right, Will McDonald, by the way, you have to pay attention to number 9 as well on field goals because he can block field goals too. Will McClay, we appreciate it. And up next here on Cowboys Huddle, it's Brock Hoffman mic'd up.
I want to hear that one.
It's important for me to relay to these guys just how important it is for us to go get this game and how important it is not to look at the records and to understand that every other team wants to beat us and every other team is going to find a way to hype themselves up a little bit more because it's the Cowboys, and that we've got to make sure we go out there with the right energy and start fast and on all 3 aspects of the game.
This segment was brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
Cowboys Huddle continues here inside the Globe Live studios at the Star in Frisco. Time to go behind the Star now with Cowboys cornerbacks coach David Overstreet Jr.
I'm David Overstreet II, cornerbacks coach for the Dallas Cowboys. The only dream I ever had growing up was to play in the NFL. I had my opportunity. It didn't last as long as I wanted, and then I actually owned a marketing firm for 7 years. I tried to get away from football after I got hurt, and I was just so upset with the fact that I invested my whole life into it, and then I couldn't play anymore. And then I just started missing it a lot. And I just wanted to get back in the ball. And so I actually, Matt Eberflus, had a great connection with him because he was my position coach and defense coordinator in college. And he helped me. He gave me some guidance and pointed me in the right direction, and I'm here. Yeah, so to start coaching, I started at a junior college in Mississippi, Holmes Community College. It's in Goodman, Mississippi. It's Goodman, Mississippi, a really small town. Went from there to Garden City Community College, where I was actually coaching with Steve Shimko. He was our offensive coordinator there. I was the defense pass game coordinator. We won the national championship. And in 2018, I went to Indianapolis and was a defensive quality control coach for the Colts. I was there from 18 until 2021, and I was a quality controller there and also assistant defensive backs coach. I got promoted after a couple of years, and then I went to Chicago with the Chicago Bears from 2022 until 2024. So I spent 3 seasons there as the nickelbacks coach. And now I'm here with the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. The biggest influence on my coaching style would likely be Lovie Smith. Even to this day, I can still call him, text him whenever I want. Just his demeanor as a coach, leading people, the way he led people, the way he talked to his players. Yeah, when I'm not coaching ball, I love being with my son and my wife, and being with my family. My son he's phenomenal. He's a second version of me, so I love hanging with him. If I'm not doing that, I'm working out or playing video games.
And now from the defensive side of the football to the offensive side, mic'd up this week is Cowboys center Brock Hoffman.
Keep your eyes on Brock Hoffman.
I got your back. All day, 6'6", I got your back.
You could run this stadium's worth of electricity off what's coursing through Brock Hoffman's vein. Hoffman and Tyler Smith did a great job of blocking for Williams.
Hey, bring it in. Hey, be who the you want to be today. Have your brother's back, fly around, do 2 things the whole game. Hit and talk. O-line on 3. 1, 2, 3, O-line.
Talk to Hoffman. He's really a nice guy.
Stuffed. What up? Over.
Extra point is good.
What is that?
I saw it.
I got you.
I took care of it.
Let's roll, Terrence.
Prescott under center.
Go.
Williams up the middle, 25-30. The Aubrey's extra point is good. Just as we all expected. Williams, the running back, and he'll get it on a draw. There's a great job by Tyler Smith and Brock Hoffman opening up a whole 7.
Hey, blood in the water. Blood in the water. 95 right here.
In the gun, second down, quarterback draw, up the middle, Prescott in the end zone.
Ah! 95, baby. Let's go.
Hoffman is finishing the block about 5 yards into the bench area, which sends 3 other Packers running after that scrum.
Focus, execute. Let's go kill right here. Deep breath in and out right now.
Prescott under center, back looking over the middle into the end zone. Ferguson, first touchdown since the Truman administration. You're right, a tie feels like a loss after all of that.
Hey, good game, brother. Yeah, good game, brother. Good game. What about it? Good game, brother. Good game.
Brock Hoffman making his 3rd straight start at center on Sunday against the Jets. And up next here on Cowboys Huddle, the head coach rejoins us, and we take an up-close look at this Jets offense.
This segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com.
Welcome back to Cowboys Huddle inside the Globe Live studios here at the Star in Frisco as Brian Schottenheimer rejoins us here. We talk about this Jets offense a little bit. Justin Fields, a guy you're very familiar with, played against him when he was with the Steelers last year. Matt Eberflus, very familiar with him. Had him when he was a head coach at the Chicago Bears, a guy who first-round pick who has that run threat as well. In fact, nearly 1,200 yards rushing a few years ago.
Yeah, he's an incredible weapon because really, I mean, he's a very good passer, but he's so dangerous when he's a runner, whether it's running to throw, running to run. They have some cool designed runs that they do with him, which I think is really creative. And, man, if you aren't disciplined with your rush lanes, he has a chance to get out and really hurt you because he's big, he's strong, but he's also really fast.
And you talk about big and fast, a couple of wide receiver and a tight end now with Garrett Wilson out of Lake Travis High School in the Austin area, and Mason Taylor, the son of the Hall of Famer Jason Taylor, rookie tight end for him.
Yeah, I'll talk about Garrett first. I mean, I think he's got 27, I believe, targets in these first 4 games, and the next highest receiver is like 4 or 5. So it shows you who Justin's go-to guys. It's going to be Garrett, and explosive, great ball skills, very dangerous weapon, a guy we certainly have to contain. And then, had the privilege of being on staff in New York where Coach Jason Taylor, and Mason was a little guy. And so now you see him out there running around. Of course, I remember him at LSU. And it's cool to watch these young men develop and become follow their dad's footsteps.
Another cool thing, a storyline in this game are two brothers going at it as Wanye Thomas going to be making your start at safety with Malik Hooker out this week, and his younger brother Azariah Thomas, third-round pick, rookie cornerback for the Jets. What a great story it is, that family, and especially when you go and read the upbringing that they had, and credit to the mom, single mom, Stephanie, and what she did to get them to this point. What a special Sunday it's going to be for the Thomas family.
No question. And again, Wanye's a special young man, and it's been fun for me to watch him grow into not just a good football player, but a great dad. And what a lot of people don't know is actually he's from my wife's hometown of Niceville, Florida.
Yeah, and, right by Destin.
Yeah, right by Destin. And so I probably know more about Wanye than most people, just because growing up there, listening to her mom, Sue Jane, talk about him when he was in school. And but like you said, just their mom is incredible, and family first, man. So when they get a chance to see each other before the game, that'll be pretty powerful.
And Wanye, of course, had the block kick on the extra point last week. Block kicks around this league. It is, in fact, the Jets had one a couple of weeks ago with Will McDonald. It's something what you're seeing on special teams.
Well, it's the early part of the season, but I do think we're seeing a trend where they're using bigger, stronger guys now to create penetration. And you talked about the speed of a guy like Will McDonald to be able to get upfield and get his hand up. But it's an exciting time to be a fan for special teams, but for coaches, keeps you up a little bit at night.
And, of course, special teams, the kickers, Brandon Aubrey. Nick Folk is the kicker for the Jets, now 41 years old. Of course, a former Cowboys draft pick, and both of those are perfect on their field goals, both 4 for 4 from beyond 50 yards this season. All right, we continue with Cowboys Huddle in just a moment. It's Shotty's Shot when we come back.
Is your mom going to have one of those half jerseys on?
She has jerseys made, shirts made, and she only can wear one of them. So I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So she don't have all of it done. So.
Do you envision what the post game's gonna be like? Because obviously you guys are.
Oh,
the post game?
Definitely. He's gonna get my jersey. I'm gonna get his, and I'm gonna give him my cleats. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna give him my cleats. So I got some special made cleats for him. And then we're gonna go with our mom, give her a hug, kiss, and you know what I'm saying? She's probably gonna cry, but it's worth it.
This segment was brought to you by blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com.
Final couple of minutes of Cowboys Huddle. Bill Jones with Brian Schottenheimer, and it's time for Shotty's Shot. And this week we're featuring George Pickens. What a day he had against the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, GP's just one of those guys, Bill, that from the time he's got here, it's been so fun to coach him. Everybody's seen him make plays like this, but to do it at the home stadium, with our fans around, minus a guy like CeeDee Lamb. You saw the pure joy of CeeDee when he was making plays like this. Incredible ball skills, but he also impacts the game so many other ways. He's got great energy in the huddle. The guys love having him around. This was a huge momentum swing after the James Houston turnover. The quick strike ability of Dak and George, something we actually had to work on a couple times in practice to get it right. But the best thing I can say about George is how much he loves football. This guy loves football. He loves to compete. Huge fourth down conversion right here. And then, of course, you're about to see it here. The touchdown right before the end of regulation was just a huge game-changing play. For a big athletic guy, his ability to make people miss is special and different. Got to work on the ball security a little bit, I think. But again, just the guy's been incredible for us. I love coaching him. I love watching him be around our young players.
But what you found, too, is that he's a coachable player, too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. He loves football. He loves to be, told, hey, this is the best way to do this. And I just love the way he plays and feels the game.
All right. George Pickens, our Shotty Shot for this. Again, it's the Cowboys and the Jets, a noon kickoff at MetLife Stadium. Good luck at the Meadowlands, Coach. We appreciate all of you for joining us here on Cowboys Huddle, and we will see you again next week.
Cowboys Huddle with Brian Schottenheimer, powered by Reliant, was brought to you by blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, what would you like the power to do? And by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys.